watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Roy Rossell on this Friday, September 22nd.
A 9-year-old girl is dead and a woman is in critical condition after a vehicle versus pedestrian crash in Las Vegas.
On September 21st, in the late evening hours, an accident occurred in Vegas involving an RTC bus that struck a woman and a 9-year-old girl. According to reports from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, the collision occurred around 9:36 p.m. at the intersection of East Charleston Boulevard and South Lamont Street. And according to camera video footage, both an unidentified female in their 40s as well as a child were crossing Charleston outside of a marked crosswalk. Police have stated that the collision occurred when the two crossed into the travel lanes on Charleston, which caused them to enter the path of the RTC bus. Both individuals were then struck by the vehicle. The child was tragically pronounced dead at the scene, and the adult woman has been transported to UMC Trauma and remains in critical condition. The driver, however, did not sustain any injuries and showed no signs of impairment, according to police. The collision is currently under investigation by the LVMPD Collision Investigations Section.
Well, a man by the name of John Thomas went missing in July of this year has been located. His skeletal remains were discovered about a week ago, and News 25 caught up with Sheriff Joe McGill, who gives us all the details.
On July 21st, a missing persons report was received by the NCSO in which a subject identified as John Thomas was reported had left the dentist's office at Basin and 160. The subject was reportedly suffering from some level of dementia, and so we put a lot of effort into attempting to locate him. On the 22nd was the day that he was reported missing. We searched for half the day on the 22nd, the better part of the day on the 23rd. There were other searches done on other days, and everything to no avail. On September 3rd, in the area of Blagg and Wilson, some skeletal remains were found by a citizen. Deputies responded and gathered those remains, and the remains were transported to the Clark County Coroner's Office to attempt to identify the individual. The individual was later identified positively through dental records as John Thomas, so the missing person report has been canceled, and unfortunately, we were not able to locate him prior to his death. We were searching everything from 160 on the east all the way down to Leslie on the west, and from Basin on the north all the way over to 372 on the south. We did have a lot of deputies. We had search and rescue out. We had search dogs. We had a helicopter. We had a fixed-wing aircraft involved for a while. And again, we were searching such a large area. He was inside the area. He was later found inside the area where we believe that he generally was possibly expected to be. However, he was deep into a vacant lot where the remains were found and behind a berm and scattered around a tree. So again, it appears that he probably took shelter under a large mesquite tree and was just never seen until being located the other day.
A man is wanted by the Las Vegas Metro Police Department for robbing a local home improvement store. Roy Rossell has this story.
The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is still asking for the public's help on locating a suspect accused of robbing a local home improvement store. The incident occurred on Sunday, August 13th around 5:46 p.m., and the store is located on the 2400 block of North Nellis Boulevard near East Carey Avenue. Investigators say the man was last seen on surveillance taking multiple items from the store and pictured leaving with a large wheelbarrow. The suspect is described as a white adult male, approximately 45 years old, 5'9", and 190 pounds, with brown hair, brown beard, wearing a red t-shirt, tan shorts, and green Vans tennis shoes. If anyone has information about this incident, they are urged to call the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Retail Theft Section at 702-828-3591 or email orc@lvmpd.com. If you would like to remain anonymous, you can call Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. Well, for those going to Las Vegas this weekend, Clark County has announced some road closures. RJ Camacho has the details.
Clark County officials have announced repaving will be taking place starting today, Friday, September 22nd at 9 p.m., and will keep a portion of Sunset Road restricted until the repaving has finished. Eastbound Sunset will also be restricted to only one-lane traffic and will remain in place until noon on this weekend on Sunday, September 24th. Motorists have been urged by the county to use caution in work zones and plan alternate routes if possible.
Starting next week, residents of Maui can begin taking supervised visits back to their homes that were destroyed in the wildfires.
Residents of Lahaina are bracing for the range of emotions they will have to endure when Maui authorities plan to allow supervised visits back to areas devastated by the fire next week. The burned area has been divided into 17 zones and multiple subzones. Both residents and property owners have been cleared for re-entry into the first zone, Zone 1C, and will be allowed to return on Monday and Tuesday next week. Agencies such as the EPA, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and Maui County's Highways Division are tasked with clearing the zones for re-entry by removing hazardous materials, ensuring safe road access, and checking buildings for structural safety, among other tasks. For those returning, they will also be given water, shade, washing stations, portable toilets, medical and mental health care, as well as transportation assistance should it be needed. However, due to ash containing asbestos, lead, arsenic, or other toxins, people will be given respirator masks and personal equipment as well. Officials have also urged residents to not search through the ashes for any surviving mementos or belongings due to the toxic dust that could endanger both them or their neighbors downwind.
We will be back on the other side of this break with some festive announcements.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, with Fall Festival happening this weekend, Fire Chief Scott Lewis provides us with some information on how to keep safe and what to do in case of an emergency.
Fall Festival weekend here in Pahrump, at Petrick Park. Fire department's prepared. We've created an incident action plan which outlines our respective responses to any given emergency that occurs not only during the event, but also during any area in the valley or any mutual aid assignment. We have our appropriate resources. We'll be participating in the parade. We're doing our inspections in the park, which include life safety inspections of the carnival rides from a fire department perspective, not from a total safety on the apparatus itself. We will be ensuring that everyone has their appropriate fire extinguishers. We will also have people patrolling the parks during the event. We will be covering the rodeo. So a very, very busy weekend for Pahrump Fire Rescue. The crews are out taking care of the apparatus, making sure everything's up and operating correctly, shining them up for the parade. We would like to remind everyone to please, if you do imbibe in any kind of alcoholic beverage, you have someone else drive. We don't want any unnecessary incidents occurring within the valley or on any of our roadways. If you do need assistance, call 911. We will have a mobile incident command post established in front of the main fire station at 300 North Highway 160. Therefore, if you do have a necessity for any medical event or you see something that's unsafe from a fire perspective, make sure you let us know. We'll take care of it expeditiously. And as always, please be safe and have a great weekend.
The Department of Veteran Affairs is urging all veterans to get their flu shots soon.
The VA Southern Nevada healthcare system is currently encouraging veterans to get their vaccinations as flu season is approaching. Enrolled veterans will be able to receive the flu vaccine beginning September 26th until October 6th from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the North Las Vegas Medical Center in the auditorium. Shots will be administered on a walk-in basis at Las Vegas primary care clinics and VA clinics in Pahrump and Laughlin. Additionally, veterans enrolled in VA healthcare can receive the seasonal flu vaccination at over 70,000 locations through the Community Care Network, in-network retail pharmacies, and urgent care partners. For additional information on where to go, you can visit va.gov/find-locations to get a flu shot at no cost. For additional information on the vaccination itself and other VA resources, you can visit prevention.va.gov/flu.
In today's Positive Pahrump, Ryan Musio tells us about an upcoming remote area medical event that provides free medical, dental, vision, and general support.
Yeah, we're very excited to hold our 8th annual Remote Area Medical Clinic here in Pahrump, October 7th and 8th. It'll be held on the Pahrump Valley High School campus in the Pathways building. You won't be able to miss us. So if you get to the high school campus, you'll find us. We'll be doing free medical, dental, vision, and mental health care. No questions asked. There's no cost. You don't have to show us your ID. There's no qualifications. So you can show up. In dental, we'll be doing free extractions, fillings, and cleanings. Vision, you'll be able to get a comprehensive eye exam and free glasses made on site. Medical, we do women's health exams, general health, so a lot of different opportunities. It is first come, first serve. If you have any questions, you can contact Nye Communities Coalition at 775-727-9970 or nycc.org.
A Las Vegas entertainment venue is implementing 5 different robots powered by artificial intelligence to welcome guests and provide information.
The Sphere in Las Vegas has announced on September 19th that they will be implementing humanoid robots to greet guests inside of the Grand Atrium. According to reports, the robot is named Aura and is tasked with interacting and serving guests as the spokesbot of the Sphere experience. Aura has been developed using advanced robotic mechanics and artificial intelligence, which aims to give the robot an expressive and lifelike appearance. However, Aura is apparently not the only robot, as 4 other Auras will be at the Sphere as well. Aura is also tasked with telling the story of humanity's history of innovation, as well as welcoming in guests. Aura is also programmed to answer any complex questions people may have about the engineering of the Sphere, as well as directions for the venue or even details on a given day's performance. This new artificial intelligence is planned to be the brand ambassador for the Sphere and has been dubbed the Sphere's spokesbot for all digital platforms and social channels. Aura even reportedly had their own quote as well, stating, "Hello humans, while I understand the most complex concepts of math and science, you remain a mystery. Your emotions, your humor, and your relationship with technology require further study, so you must visit me at Sphere. I am excited to meet you and introduce you to the future of live entertainment at my new home."
Well, now here's a look at your sports with Mikey.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports. Las Vegas Aviators had a rough night last night against the Reno Aces. Final score 10-2. Rematch tonight at 7:05. WNBA playoff semifinals. Las Vegas Aces play the Wings in Dallas on Sunday. Vegas Golden Knights kick off their preseason this Sunday in San Jose against the Sharks. Las Vegas Raiders play their first home game of the season on Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Pahrump Valley Trojan football at home tonight with the theme Pink Out for breast cancer awareness. JV at 4, varsity at 7. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
We'll be back with Classic Country Breakfast and more after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
And welcome back. Here's what's cooking this Sunday morning on Classic Country Breakfast.
Howdy. Here's what's cooking this week on Classic Country Breakfast. Born on September 19th, we celebrate Trisha Yearwood. Born on September 21st, we celebrate Faith Hill. On September 19th, 1973, the world lost country singer Graham Parsons. We'll talk to Al Perkins, who played slide guitar on all of his albums. You played on all the Graham Parsons albums?
Both of them, that's correct. He was he's Southern, you know. He came from a wealthy Southern family and went out to play with the Byrds, there and during the Sweetheart of the Rodeo era. And it was him and Chris that decided to start a little side group, called the Flying Burrito Brothers. That's how that started.
In the Not an Oldie But a Goodie segment, Mackenzie Phipps calls the show to talk about her new single, You Bring the Beer and I'll Bring the Noise. And September 22nd, 1985 was the first Farm Aid benefit concert featuring Willie Nelson, John Denver, Bob Dylan, and much more this Sunday morning at 8 on Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio.
September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we meet one brave little girl who battled leukemia for more than 2 years and is now finally celebrating being cancer-free.
It's a big day for 8-year-old Audrey Heath. She finally gets to ring the bell here at Cleveland Clinic Children's, celebrating that she's cancer-free.
It's like such an exciting milestone that we are here, that, she finished treatment. She's been done since August 13th.
Audrey was diagnosed with leukemia in 2021. Her mom, Nicole, recalls the day they got the news.
We gave her just very upfront facts, like you have leukemia, you're going to be getting a lot of medicine, and you're probably going to lose your hair.
Her daughter's road to recovery was anything but easy. She experienced multiple medical complications and at one point had to be put on ECMO, which is a type of life support to help her heart and lungs rest.
For kids with leukemia, it's very common to have fevers at least, a couple times during treatment, and sometimes those fevers are indicating a bloodstream infection like Audrey had. What's unusual is the severity of the infection, requiring ICU admission and then intubation and then ECMO even.
Despite the challenges, Audrey always found a reason to smile.
I couldn't go out to recess yet. I stayed in, and a lot of my friends stayed in and played with me.
Now she's able to do all her favorite things again.
She's swimming and running.
And just started cheerleading too. The perfect role for a little girl who knows what it means to win. For Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brittany Harris.
The Cleveland Clinic doctor says that Audrey will be regularly monitored, but she has an excellent prognosis moving forward.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, taking a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam, it's looking like cooler temperatures for the Fall Festival weekend. John tells us what to expect for the rest of the week coming up next.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and worldwide on the local BTV app, the app that is so good, so good. 70 degrees in Fernley and Fallon. They're weather twins, don't you know? Carson City just missed out on that action at 72. 68 out in Tonopah. Cool Spot Award winner. Chilly at night, 40 degrees. In fact, you tied Carson City. So half a cool spot, Carson City. All right, Goldfield, 70 degrees, 81 out in Beatty. Amargosa, all the way up to 86, and then it said, nah, that's enough. Yeah, Las Vegas almost hit you, almost beat you at 85. And in Death Valley, it's 95 degrees, sub triple digits, couple days in a row, feeling like fall around here in the Paradise Prump. Let's take a look at our current temperature, 81 degrees, very nice, a nice day. A little bit cloudy, 83 degrees was our high today. Humidity, 14%, still kind of bone dry for a cloudy day. Sun rose this morning at 6:32, setting this evening at 6:41. We're almost to that autumnal equinox when everything reaches parity, but good enough for Fall Fest, sure enough. Low tonight, 59 degrees. Might need to put on a little sweatshirt if you're out there enjoying some of the festivities down at the park there. Let's see how we set up for the rest of the week. I think we might have a couple, clouds tomorrow, couple clouds, but then look at all the sunshine. Expensive. Temperatures up to high 80s, pretty much locking in that range. 88, 89 degrees for the next 5-6 days. Very nice weather. Sunshine, winds under 10 miles per hour. It's a great time for Fall Fest. Great time for a parade tomorrow. Hope to see you bright and early down on Route 160. I'll be there co-hosting a review of the parade with Missy Kohler, and that'll be lots of fun. In the meantime, hope you're all safe, and we'll see you after Fall Fest. Back to the desk. Here's Rory and David.
Well, that wraps up this edition of News 25. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Roy Rosell. We will see you on the next newscast. And Trojans, good luck on your football game tonight.
And have a great Fall Festival weekend.
Good night.